So the new generation of consoles has finally arrived, and in this video we're going to be unboxing the Xbox Series X. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to bag myself a pre-order for the PlayStation 5, but I'm hoping to get one just before the end of the year to show you guys as well. The reason I wanted to get my hands on the Xbox Series X is mainly due to the incredible value of the Xbox Game Pass, which offers a vast amount of games, and even more with the recent acquisitions of both EA Play and Bethesda. As well as this, 120Hz and 4K compatibility has finally made its way onto consoles, allowing for a much more fluid gameplay experience than on the console's predecessors. As well as this standout feature, the Xbox Series X also has up to 8K high dynamic range, Xbox's Velocity architecture making for an incredibly snappy user experience, Dolby Vision Atmos compatibility, and a bunch more great features as well. The Series X has a custom SSD with incredible speeds, but unfortunately it is only 1TB, with even less than that being usable. With today's huge game sizes, this is rather unfortunate, but out of all of the new consoles, the Series X has the most usable storage right out of the box. Of course, you can buy an expansion drive to add to your storage, but this is going to be quite pricey, and if you're like me and have an awful internet connection, you don't want to be uninstalling and reinstalling games all of the time. But thankfully you can use an external drive to store the games and simply transfer them to and from the internal drive when necessary to avoid the long install times. I believe this is not currently possible on the PS5, which only has 667GB of usable space. Moving on, the unboxing experience with the Series X was absolutely brilliant. As you've seen, the Series X arrived in a gorgeous black and green box with various product images and features showcased around it. After peeling off the somewhat satisfying tabs holding the box closed, I then opened the box to reveal the Xbox Series X wrapped up beautifully, almost like a Christmas present. This really did make the unboxing experience quite memorable. Included in the box we have one of the new style Xbox controllers, the 4K 120Hz capable HDMI cable, the usual paperwork, and of course the power outlet. The controller has a very slightly changed design from the Xbox One controllers, which by the way are also compatible with the Series X. The controller feels great as expected. I mean, why would you improve on a design that is widely considered one of the best controllers? In regards to the other changes, it also now has a dedicated share button as well as a nice grip texture on both triggers and the back of each handle. However, I've got to be honest, I feel like the controller didn't really have much of a generational leap, unlike the very much changed PS5 controller that has not only a new design and style, but also adaptive shoulder button triggers and haptic feedback. This isn't only the case with the controllers, but the Xbox UI has only received a slight update, blurring the lines between generations. So in all honesty, it doesn't really feel too much like a new generation, unlike the PS5 and its new UI and style. Moving on to the design, I know for some it's a bit like Marmite, but I personally love the design of the Series X. It's a modern look that will easily fit into practically any setup, unlike the larger and more extravagant looking PlayStation 5. On the back of the Series X there are two USB ports, an Ethernet port, the storage expansion slot, HDMI out, and of course the power outlet. There is plenty of holes in the Series X to keep it running cool, as well as a large fan at the top leading up to the iconic green holes that give the console its character. The Series X also has a simple rubberized base if you'd like to stand it vertically, or subtle rubber feet if you'd like to lay it horizontally. I'm not going to be showcasing any gameplay of the console in this video, but I do have an upcoming video that will showcase its full capabilities, so make sure you're subscribed for that. However, I will tell you about my experience so far, and this console is phenomenal. From its near instantaneous startup, the sleek user interface, and the incredibly snappy game loading times, the entire user experience on the Series X is miles above and beyond that of the previous generation. The games feel great, smooth and responsive, and for anyone looking for a new console, you will not be disappointed with the Series X. In all honesty, it's a shame that games such as Halo Infinite and Cyberpunk have been delayed, which certainly weakened the launch lineup for the Xbox, but rest assured this is going to be an incredible generation for console gamers, no matter if you are Team Blue or Team Green. I hope everyone enjoys their new consoles, and let me know down in the comments which one you are getting, and please, no console wars. See you in the next video.